Hello and welcome to part 57 of Legend of Dragoon. We're still in Lydia and we're about to fix that problem just shortly. Well, it's not technically a problem. We're just going to leave Lydia because there's literally nothing else here. I would just examine this house and then we'll talk to this lady because let's face it, we need someone to talk to. But this lady asked, everything's leading to the side of my house. What am I going to do? Simply put, you might want to get your house off of the beach. That would help. Anyway, I gotta say though, on our travels to, going to Fueno and basically Fueno itself, they have some funny, and I mean funny exposition in this. Funny scenes, sorry. What do I mean by exposition? That was a mistake on my part. But anyway, there are some funny scenes, especially in Fueno. That also involves Meru, Meru and the other cast. And we'll have to get there to when we get there. Anyway, Pete said he wanted to go to Fueno, but he can't get past the monsters. So, he's asking Dart to take him and his mother and his dog along with him to Fueno, since that's where we need to go. And it's also our next destination. So, of course, Dart's gonna agree because he's a good guy. He's a real good-spirited guy. And now for the funny part. As soon as I press the button. Press the button, RV man. Press the button past RV man. I can annihilate the monsters for you. Yep. That is a funny part right there because both Dart and Pete back up. Because Rose had said something really scary. This was an anime that had like this pale face and the sweat drops and the squiggly line and the purple background with the squiggly lines, like she just said something out of context. It'd be something to that effect. Anyway, even though Pete and his mom is going to be accompanying us, it's just going to be Rose and Dart on this journey until we get to Fueno. So, with that said, if you want to power up Rose's additions, now would be the good time to do it. Well, any time would be a good time, but this would be the best time considering it's just only Dart and Rose. Now, the undersea cave. There's two ways to go, however, right now one way is blocked off, due to the fact that we haven't finished certain events. Since the monster appeared, the water never ebbs, but it's okay because Fueno is not this way. Of course, we should go the other way. Anywho, we've got ourselves a random encounter, and also a new enemy, hopefully. Because I'm sick and tired of seeing Will-O-Wisp. Let's see, we got ourselves a new enemy, so what's the name of this thing? It's these things I forget, but you see these... Glare, that's what the name of it is. How could I forget? You see these things when you're manning the Queen Fury. Yes, the Queen's Fury will be under your control as of this chapter. And these things will appear on the ship. The Glare love to use attack block, but that's pretty much it. And it also has a weak attack. Otherwise, it's not that bad. I don't know if it does have something like that, because I normally kill a Glare before it could use any of its attacks. So I'm not sure. It does have a weak attack though. Especially at this point in time, when Dart's level 22 and Rose is level 20. And now we get ourselves another enemy. Now these guys can actually hurt. They're screw shells. And screw shells have high defenses, but they tend to, how should I put it? They tend to do a 100 damage to Dart and company. And they can also use wind magic. However, The screw shells would hurt Congo more with the wind magic than what they would dart the others. As far as for his attacks go, the only person that's not going to really hurt that much is Congo, because Congo has a very high defense. Anyway, we're here in Fueno. It's not that long of a walk, people. I mean, Alyssa Bay is pretty darn short. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guess it caught in my throat. But now we're here at Fueno. And brace yourself, we're about to have a funny scene in about a few minutes. You have to get better soon and make Pete happy. I hope you can find your friends soon. And watch what he says to Rose. But are you actually in love with each other? 'Cause in that cave you... You are a good boy and you didn't see anything, okay? Oh, okay. I didn't see it. Maybe. It's nothing. We're going. Oh my god, that's funny. And it gets even better. Rose, you gotta confess to him. That sound he made. That's so hilarious. Kids. What are you looking at? Uh-oh. Rose is gone tsundere. Anyway, we can look to here for items. And I think upstairs is the weapon shop too. I'll probably have to pay a visit to the weapon shop. But for the time being, I'm gonna need to get some new magic, shall we? Well, not new. Technically useful magic. Well, rather useful magic, actually. And it's gonna help us defeat Linus later on. Meanwhile, I just need to go to the hotel. And there's a good reason, too. Check over here in this alcove. And there's a Stardust. Now, if you try to talk to the inn guy, he's not going to let you in. Because for the time being, the rooms are pretty much occupied. But the end will actually open up when you regain your party. So, for the time being, you don't need to be there. However, there is one more place we need to go before we progress plot. We need to go here in this clinic. Now, in the clinic, examine this painting. I never heard of the painter of this painting, but I have seen this somewhere. And that's all the Stardust in Chapter 2. All 35 of them. How about that? 57 parts in and we almost got just about all of the Stardust. We only have 15 more left to get. 11 in Chapter 3 and 4 in Chapter 4. Anyway, where we need to go is in here. This will pretty much push the plot. Well, in that storm, even for the powerful Dart and Rose. You are Mr. Dart, Miss Rose. Kayla, I had you worried. Thank God, both of you are safe. That was nothing. Oh, did you see Miss Shana? Please go see her. Hurry! She hasn't spoken even a word since you disappeared. Is she on the boat? Everybody's in the city now. So now we can actually go on we could go into the hotel. And... hey! It's Meru! Ouch, don't you have eyes? Oh. Dart! Rose! And look at Meru's reaction. I knew it! You guys are alive! Did you see Shana? Bad boy, come with me quickly! We're in the hotel! Come quick! So now we're able to occupy the hotel and probably use it too. Well, not really at this point in time, but after the exposition. Well, the plot exposition, basically. That's not the hotel, RP Man. Get past RP Man, get out of the clinic. You have nothing else to be there for. You haven't been poisoned, you haven't been dispirited, so get out of the clinic. Anyway. She said the hotel. Excuse me. Meru? Where is she? Who am I? Well, oh wait, that's right. Now that I think about it, this would also be your second chance for the guessing game if you end up guessing it wrong on the Queen's Fury. But if you guessed it right, then, well, it completely skips that option. Anyway, now we're reunited with everybody, who is pretty much glad to see Dart. Hurry, go see Shana. She's in the back room, upstairs. And now we're about to get some of the funniest moments ever. Let's leave them alone. Rose, she's changed somehow. I agree. Indeed, I got the impression that she's calmed down. In any event, it's a good thing. Oh, the funny part's about to show up, but right now we're getting a touching moment that pretty much improves Shana's character development. She went from being a brat to actually being, well, somewhat times bratty person, to actually being a nice person. She's pretty much mellowed out a bit. Shana! Dart! Oh, Dart! Well, like I said, she's pretty much improved in character, which is probably gonna really make me miss her. Oh yeah, I have been mentioning about her. Yes, Shana will be leaving the party in Chapter 3. So be ready for that, folks. Get used to all the... get used to the character development while you still can, because her replacement will be so goddamn rushed it's not even funny. Please don't say anything. I'm happy just like this. Wait for it. There's somebody... Peeking is not ladylike. No, peeking is not a ladylike thing to do. I thought you wanted to leave them alone, didn't you? And Dart just realized, it's okay for me. I gotta learn about love and romance. You guys go back or we're gonna be caught. Kids? Yoink! Whoa! Please excuse us! It's typical of Meru. Finally, you smiled. Oh my god, that was funny. Meru just... That was a good moment. I like it. But it gets even funnier. Peeking on Dart and Rose like that. I mean, Shana, sorry. No, the kid was peeking on Dart and Rose in the last part. Anyway, and this and that, we finally made it to Fueno. Love how they transitioned that way. Not only that, you two are safe and sound. It's just a miracle that the 7 of us can meet again. We have to offer our thanks to the Tiburon god. We ought to return the favor to the god by taking the moon dagger back. We have to catch Linus then. May I ask you a question, please? What's wrong? Why are you being so formal like that? You guys were alone in the cave, weren't you? Oh, I know where you're going with this, Meru. Did you guys put yourself in a, romantic situation? What? Meru, don't be silly. Even though you are trying to learn about love, and it's too rude. Okay. So, Dart, did you cuddle a rose? Hashel! Sorry, it slipped out. That was hilarious. What do you mean, slipped? Don't worry, Shana. Dart was concerned about you the whole time. Anyway, about Linus. We should go out and ask about her in the city. We may find out something. Sorry. I agree. So with that said, we've got the party back. And for the sake of this part, I'm going to be keeping Rose in my party. Because even though Shana is at a high enough level and everybody else is basically all in their 20s, and Meru's 21 and Dart is 22, it doesn't really matter who I pick at this point in time. But Shana is definitely not needed for this battle. You know what, I'll just keep this set up, just cause. In any case, I'm going to save. And in the next episode, we'll be asking around the town of Fueno for information on Linus in part 58. And maybe actually go back to Lohan, because now that we have the ship, we can actually do that. Maybe. I'm not making any promises on that one, but we will advance the plot in Fueno a lot further. This is RPMan 985. See you guys next time.